By the time this video is released, Inteleon will be out in Pokemon Unite, and there will be a lot of hype surrounding the new character. So of course, I'm gonna do what any normal person would do and make a guide to Garchomp instead. Garchomp is an all-rounder that primarily fights and brawls using its basic attacks to keep itself alive. He has no bad phase, having a surprisingly decent early game, and he only gets better as he levels up. However, it is still important to make sure you farm as much as you can on this Pokemon because he is a hyper carry, so he will be doing a lot of the heavy lifting in team fights. Top is his best lane, but he's fine in jungle as well. Bottom should generally be avoided because a laning Garchomp will usually want to get level 9 as quickly as possible, and this is hard to accomplish when everyone rotates to the bottom Reggie. Even when playing in top, it is still important to watch the fight at bottom Reggie and potentially rotate if needed after you get level 9. You should only rip Regieleki if your team can safely secure the bottom Reggie. Alright, now let's go over Garchomp's abilities. His basic attack is a stacking auto that maxes at 5 stacks, and you can build up stacks by hitting basic attacks or moves on enemies. The more stacks you have, the more attack speed you gain, and at max stacks, you gain 15% lifesteal and deal 10% of the enemy's remaining HP as damage. This essentially means that you do more damage the more HP the target has, allowing him to cut through tanks. And at level 1, you gain Sand Attack, and using it on the target will obscure the vision and give Gible attack speed and movement speed. You will use this in the early game to kill, farm, and fight the enemy team. Remember, Gible is not weak early game, and Sand Attack can help it be a menace in lane. At level 3, you gain Bulldoze, which is your main last hitting tool in the early game. It makes you jump up and do a quick burst of damage, which can help you secure neutral farm. And then at level 5, you will evolve and get your first move. The ground moveset for Garchomp is garbage, so we ball with the Dragon build in this economy. This move is a dash that, more importantly, can drag enemies and wild Pokemon in the direction that you dash. The hitbox can also drag Pokemon that are slightly behind you, so be mindful of that. Dragon Rush is generally used to pull farm away from enemies towards your side of the map. And do note that before level 7 you cannot drag things over walls. And the move is easily cancelable before level 11. And when you get level 11, you get Unstoppable, which can help you dodge CC and juke some ults like Charizard and Serena. And then at level 7, you gain Dragon Claw, where you perform 2 slashes, and this gives you 2 stacks if you hit it. It can micro-stun opponents and help you finish a low HP target, but the real value of this move comes from the combo it creates with Dragon Rush. Dragon Claw's upgrade, unlocked at level 13, just gives the moves more damage. And mastering the Rush Claw combo is imperative for mastering Garchomp. When done properly, this combo causes Garchomp to perform a spinning reverse somersault that gives 3 basic attack stats if it hits something. Anything caught in the combo will be stunned and slowed, allowing you to finish them off with basic attacks. The easiest way to pull it off is to input Dragon Claw right after Dragon Rush, when Garchomp jumps back before dashing. Now you can finally drag Pokemon across walls, which is very nice. And the combo can be used to make a lot of plays, most notably engaging and initiating team fights, and kidnapping enemies and shoving them into your teammates. Upon evolving into Garchomp, you gain access to your ult, Livid Outrage. This move is hard control, but it hits extremely hard and can be devastating when used properly. It's a 5-hit chain attack, which each hit getting successively stronger, and giving 1 basic attack stack. The final hit knocks up any enemy it hits, and it can also hit slightly behind you, outside of the hitbox. It is best to use this ult as a follow-up to the Rush Claw combo on multiple opponents and can help chase down squishy backliners. Okay, now let's go over the best items for Garchomp. First we have Scope Lens, which is an amazing item on an auto attack focused Pokemon. both his base damage and percent HP damage can crit, making this item very appealing and borderline mandatory. Next we have Rapid Fire Scarf, which doesn't require much of an explanation. It provides a lot of attack speed, which is valuable on a character that does damage mainly through its auto attacks like Garchomp. And then finally we have Focus Band, which is just a really nice defensive item that helps Garchomp survive all the damage in the meta and stay in team fights longer. A lot of people like to run Muscle Band, and on paper this sounds appealing because of the attack speed, but the passive of Muscle Band deals 3% of the enemy's remaining HP as damage, and Garchomp's boosted auto already does this but with 10%, which causes Muscle to lose value very fast. And there's a DPS chart that I'll show on screen, and it shows that Scarf and Scope Lens provide the most DPS at the most levels. This chart comes from the Math Cord, who are responsible for Unite DB and doing a lot of the math for this game. You can run Muscle on a triple damage build, but you will be much squishier without the sustain of Focus Band, and I'd only recommend this if you have a reliable support. And then for the battle item, the one true item this character should run is Eject Button. I see way too many Garchomp players get baited by X attack and especially X speed. Eject Button is so valuable because you can use it to extend or reposition your combo and your ult. This is also from the Math Cord, and it's the standard all-rounder page. The bonus from 6 white and 6 brown increase HP and attack, which are the two most valuable stats from emblems for Garchomp. If I had everything gold, I would get a nice 300 HP, which would allow you to stay in fights longer, and you gain some extra flat attack, which is nice. Okay, now let's get into a ranked match with Garchomp. So, take Sand Attack, and then just kill the Bumblebees. I try not to do it too fast so I can contest the middle one with full stacks, but then they decay right there. And this is a trio queue game with the Clefable and Greninja. So we just focus on farming. Clefairy gets that. And then there's the Bulldoze secure. So this is pretty standard if you have a support in your lane. It's unless you get big kills or something, you're not going to get Dragon Rush before 850. Now we fight for this. Somehow I don't get any of that, but luckily your Frogadier helps us out. And both the Clefable and Greninja are stacking, so I leave the points for them. Drag this to my side. And then we're doing pretty well in levels, so I just try to maintain my lead. I eject to pull him out. Alright, now it's time for 8 o'clock birds, but their trio gets there, so I just drag the big one away from him and pick up Dragon Claw. I don't want to break yet because we can't get a good overcap, so I'm just helping my Clefable get another stack. Try to drag him out there, but the hitbox doesn't go that far back. Alright, now we have 720 birds. Normally I pull them to my side, but there I pull them into that bush to engage on the Charmeleon. Again, I don't want to break. I'm just farming as much as I can. Now we hit level 9, and I trust my Greninja with Surf and Hyper Voice Sylveon to secure bottom Reggie, so I start hitting the Lucky. And we get both objectives. And I'm just trying to... There, I take down the Dragonair. Unfortunately, if we can't get an overcap. But I tried to go for the score there, but they have... Yeah. I just eject away for safety. I'm high level, so if I die there, I give up a lot of shutdown XP. And now it's just farming time. Alright, I see that the bottom lane NDDs spawn, so I recall to try to get some of those. But it looks like Greninja gets them, and they get some dunks. Umbreon ults there. But I catch him with Dragon Combo. And then, now we got Dragon Rush Plus, which we can use to avoid some CC. There's Dodrio. There's the eject button, that's why we always play it on this character. Alright, now that we're level 9, we can actually fight for this bottom Reggie. We're looking pretty good in levels. Just take that, and we recall. It's unlikely that we'll get Reggie lucky, but we can catch it. Yep, there they are trying to push, and then go in with ult. And then that's really funny, the Blastoise surfed Dodrio into me, so I'm able to kill him. Unfortunately, Charizard's hard to catch because he gets move speed from Flamethrower, so he can kite us. And then we take down the Dragonite. There's the eject button again. Get Umbreon. I land combo on Venusaur, but he's too fast. Right now I just go back to farming. Dodrio breaks with the kind of bad overcap, and I just get more farm. We're actually down on points, and it looks like they're trying to push bottom, so I recall. But they retreat by then. And we have the bottom Reggie coming up, so I want to be there for that. Luckily it's Reggie's steal, so if you get this, it should be a pretty easy raid fight. Which we do. Dragonite wastes salt for that. And then they feed me to level 14, so I'm in really good shape for the last big team fight. We're down in points, but we have a level lead, which I honestly think is better. Engage on Venusaur, start auto-attacking, result. Alt also has Unstoppable, so you can use it to avoid CC. Alright, good ult from the Blastoise, but Dodrio is too slippery. And there's 4 dead, so we just start hitting. And we get... Right now our win is basically guaranteed, so I just fight them for fun. There, my Dragon Rush got cancelled, even though it has Unstoppable now. And it happens again. Luckily the Clefable heals me, so I'm able to stay alive throughout all of that. I thought the Dodrio would go there, so that's why I Dragon Rushed in that direction. Unfortunately, the Blastoise pushes him out of my Dragon combo. I'm a bit late on that. Right now we have ult again and we go in with it. There I eject ult to hit the Charizard. And right there I was about to push the Dragonite off point to help my Greninja get a score. Pretty clean game. I didn't get MVP, but I had the highest damage. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something and you'll be able to do well with Garchomp now.